Q5160. The need to slow an aircraft below VA is brought about by the following weather phenomenon. A. High-density altitude which increases the indicated stall speed. B. Turbulence which causes an increase in stall speed. C. Turbulence which causes a decrease in stall speed. The correct answer is B. Turbulence is a weather phenomenon that refers to the irregular and unpredictable movement of air currents. When an aircraft encounters turbulence, it can experience sudden changes in airspeed and airflow around the wings. This can disrupt the smooth flow of air over the wings and lead to a temporary increase in the stall speed. During turbulence, the airflow may become more turbulent and erratic, causing the wing to experience localized changes in angle of attack. This can result in a higher effective angle of attack, which in turn increases the stall speed of the aircraft. Therefore, to maintain a safety margin and prevent an inadvertent stall, it is necessary to slow the aircraft below its maneuvering speed, VA, when flying in turbulent conditions. High-density altitude, A, refers to a condition where the altitude above sea level is higher, resulting in decreased air density. This can affect aircraft performance by increasing the true airspeed and the indicated stall speed. However, it is not directly related to the need to slow an aircraft below VA in turbulent conditions. In summary, turbulence can cause an increase in stall speed, necessitating the need to slow the aircraft below VA to maintain a safety margin during turbulent flight. 5204. The angle of attack at which a wing stalls remains constant regardless of A. Weight, dynamic pressure, bank angle, or pitch attitude. B. Dynamic pressure, but varies with weight, bank angle, and pitch attitude. C. Weight and pitch attitude, but varies with dynamic pressure and bank angle. The correct answer is A. The angle of attack at which a wing stalls is primarily determined by the aerodynamic characteristics of the wing itself and remains relatively constant regardless of external factors such as weight, dynamic pressure, bank angle, or pitch attitude. Weight, C, affects the aircraft's overall performance and stall speed, but does not directly affect the angle of attack at which the wing stalls. Similarly, dynamic pressure, B, refers to the airspeed and air density and affects the performance of the aircraft, but does not change the angle of attack at which the wing stalls. Bank angle and pitch attitude, A, can affect the distribution of lift and the stall behavior of the aircraft, but they do not change the angle of attack at which the wing stalls. The stall angle of attack is primarily determined by the wing's design and the characteristics of the airfoil. In summary, the angle of attack at which a wing stalls remains constant regardless of factors such as weight, dynamic pressure, bank angle, or pitch attitude. It is a fundamental aerodynamic characteristic of the wing. 5182. One of the main functions of flaps during the approach and landing is to A. Decrease the angle of descent without increasing the airspeed. B. Provide the same amount of lift at a slower airspeed. C. Decrease lift, thus enabling a steeper than normal approach to be made. The correct answer is B. Flaps are high-lift devices located on the wings of an aircraft. During the approach and landing phase, they are commonly extended to increase the lift capability of the wings at lower airspeeds. By increasing the camber or curvature of the wing, flaps allow the aircraft to generate more lift at a given angle of attack and lower airspeed. By providing the same amount of lift at a slower airspeed, flaps enable the aircraft to maintain a steeper descent angle without increasing the airspeed. This is particularly useful during approach and landing when a controlled descent is required for a safe touchdown on the runway. 5276. The primary purpose of wing spoilers is to decrease A. The drag, B. Landing speed, C. The lift of the wing. The correct answer is C. Wing spoilers are devices installed on the wings of an aircraft that disrupt the flow of air over the wing surface. When deployed, they create a disruption in the smooth airflow, reducing the lift generated by the wing. This decrease in lift helps to control the aircraft's descent rate during landing and assists in reducing the aircraft's speed. While spoilers do affect the drag and landing speed to some extent, their primary purpose is to reduce the lift of the wing. By reducing lift, spoilers assist in achieving a controlled descent and landing by counteracting the upward force generated by the wing. 5282. Both lift and drag would be increased when which of these devices are extended? A. Flaps. B. Spoilers. C. Slats. The correct answer is A. Flaps are high-lift devices located on the trailing edge of the wings. When extended, flaps increase the camber of the wing, which effectively increases the lift generated by the wing. However, this increased lift comes at the expense of increased drag. The additional surface area and altered airflow patterns created by the extended flaps result in an increase in both lift and drag. Spoilers, on the other hand, are devices used to reduce lift by disrupting the smooth airflow over the wing. When spoilers are extended, they primarily decrease the lift of the wing while increasing drag. Slats are leading-edge devices that enhance the lift characteristics of the wing at lower speeds. When slats are extended, they primarily increase lift by improving the airflow over the wing's leading edge. However, the effect on drag may not be as pronounced as with flaps.